Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Allotment of the Dead. And this is the day after the night before. So if you've seen my last video, you'll know that I took a scalpel to Bert, and I have ended up with 7 bits of Bert with varying chits on them, and I've left them here to dry out a little bit. So there's still a bit of moisture within these, but the actual cut surface is quite dry now. So what we'll do today is we'll plant them into some pots. So these won't be their final pots. These are just going to be some kind of largest pots I've got here that were in the alley house. I think probably some of them are ones I used last year for the Manitou potatoes, but hopefully these will be just as good, but we'll see how it goes. Right, so very basically I'm going to pot these up just with a little bit of fertilizer, not much, just enough to get them started. So by the time we get a couple of, well, 2 or 3 weeks, hopefully we should hopefully have some relatively nice small manageable plants in these pots, and then they can basically then go into the larger 30-litre pots I've got here, and then they'll go at the end of the plot, I think, or outside the new build, and then we'll be able to hopefully get a decent crop off these. I am contemplating trying what some people tried last year in terms of taking some shoot cuttings. I've never tried that before, so I might look at some of last year's single seed potato challenge videos and see if I can find how to do it, because I know there's a few people out there that did that last year, and I'll give it a go. Why not? What have I got to lose? Just bits of a potato, I guess, really. So what we'll do is we'll plant all these up. So I've got kind of variety of different sized pots. These ones are similar-ish. But the largest ones I've got, I think I'll probably use the largest piece of potato I've got there. So I'll try and go in order of size, an order of chit size, to try and hopefully give the better ones the fighting chance of getting a more decent potato. So start as we would normally, bit of compost. So this is the Jack's Magic. Don't want to go too mad with this, just a bit. I'm making a right old mess. Just as long as I don't get it in my coffee, I'll be fine. So then we want a little bit of the potato fertilizer. Again, not much, a bit of a handful. And what we'll also try is a little bit of the blood, fish and bone. And again, I don't really need a great deal of this. Crikey, I'm making a right old mess. Right, so I'll give that a bit of a mix up. And then we've got the one with the smallest chit. We'll put that in, and then a little bit more to cover it. I'm not going to fill these to the brim, just enough to kind of cover it, just to hopefully see if we can get that plant with a fighting chance to start off. And then we'll put that to one side in here. I'm going to leave them in here until we've got some growth off them, and then we'll think about putting them in their final positions. So I've got 7 pots, 7 pieces of Bert to go in these. Oh, and again we'll look at the kind of order of chit size. I think again a little bit of the blood, fish and bone, a little bit of the potato fertilizer. If you're going to use your hands on this, make sure you wash your hands properly afterwards. I probably should have put gloves on. Okay, so the next bit, in it goes, chit up, and again we'll fill in over the top with some more compost. When we finally put them into the final pots, I'll probably use some superphosphate and things like that as well. Okay, so that's 2. They're getting larger. Here we go. 3. And again, bloodfish and bone, potato fertilizer, bit of a mix up. Okay, what's the next one? So it's probably going to be that one. So we'll put that one in. Again, nice bit of compost on the top. There we go. Right, that's 3. And the next one. So far, none in my coffee. Okay. Bloodfish and bone. Potato fertilizer. Bit of a mix up. There we go. So the next one is that one. Okay. So I'm not actually putting these onto the soil in the polytunnel because I know they're going to get invaded quite quickly with ants. Yeah, I don't think rats are going to crawl up through the little holes at the bottom, but ants will. And I know I've got some ants I'm going to have to get rid of in here before the new season starts. But so far, so good. I've not really planted anything in here yet, so I've not overly worried too much. Okay. Bloodfish and bone. Potato fertilizer. We've got 3 left. Right. So that's probably the next one. Nice little one. So 2 to go. Nice bit of a mix. There we go. Okay. And one more. Okay. Final bit of the bloodfish and bone. Potato fertilizer. Okay, so this is the biggest bit. So last bit of Bert going in. Okay. I'm not the tidiest of people with this, I think. I'm making a right old mess. Okay. So that's the last piece. So I have 7 chits, which means I've got 7 pots of potatoes, all nicely starting, hopefully, to grow. I've got a nice empty box there. Put some lids on. I know I end up dropping things. Dropped probably 2 or 3 lots of seed trays, miscellaneous pots. I've just got to hope when I do it that there's not much to damage when I do it. I don't know whether that's because I'm getting old or I don't know what, but yeah, there's nothing better really than planting a few bits and pieces, making a bit of a mess, and having a nice coffee down the plot. So, nice. So those people taking part in Steve Digwell's single seed potato challenge this year for 2025, best of luck to you guys. Hopefully you'll have some decent crops by the end of the season. You'll probably end up doing a far better than I will again, but they're at least in pots now. They're in the ground, or they're at least in soil, so hopefully I've got a fighting chance of at least getting something. So yeah, we'll see how it goes. Right, thanks very much, guys. We'll see you on the next video. So all the best, guys. Take care. Bye bye.